could be the thing that grounds you and that gets you out of your own way. Today, Devan and I were talking about owning your power and just kind of our process over the past year, what we've been developing through. And it's so crazy because earlier this month, as I was updating my bio on social media, I was like, don't be afraid of your power, because that was one of the biggest takeaways that I learned throughout leadership development and training this year. And so we really wanted to talk about owning your power, because life is now. Life is now, and we
Mhm.
get to be, all of us, we get to be the beautiful things, we get to be the things that we don't think is so beautiful about ourselves in our lives. We get to release and let go any shame or, negativity about our experiences or ourselves from our past, and not judge ourselves. And we get to own our power and really go there and give ourselves a chance. And again,
Yeah,
life is
definitely.
now. So what would it look like if you decided and you committed to own your power, no matter where you are on your path, and just really owned it? So, Devan, own your power. What inspired you to want to talk about this today?
So I mean, honestly, like owning your power, that's been like a long running theme for like my life. Like, who can relate to that? Like, who's had that thing where you you know how powerful you are. You know how powerful you can show up in your life and in the world and stuff like that. And then it's that constant like it's like the wave, like the waves of life sometimes, where it's like you have the up and downs, and like you're like trying to resolve conflict within yourself and stuff like that. But one of the inspirations for this live was day three of our revenue challenge, and one of the top leadership coaches for the world, like, literally was speaking on um like vision, and speaking on what is it? He said to transform the interpretation of your life, right? And if you're gonna transform that, you want to start that now. If you're gonna if you're gonna like transform anything, you have to step into your power. You have to own your power. And so one of the things I kind of unroll from that is like what is owning your power? Like that's something that I was like thinking about again, because I think we all have an idea what that is. But for
Mm-hmm.
me, what came up again is that owning your power is like, okay, how is really tied to your purpose, and your power is tied to your purpose and your contribution, right? So how do you want to contribute to yourself, and how do you want to contribute to the others as you show up in the world? That when once you can answer that question, you can then discover where your power lies, and then through understanding of that, you can then own your power, because you can't own something you don't understand.
Right.
You,
Right.
you you can't you can't own anything that you don't understand. So we come to this world with like little understanding of ourselves. So imagine you literally coming into existence powerless, or unknowing of our power, and then through life we have to like literally unravel it, like observe other people, like, and start piecing the puzzles for ourselves together. That's literally life is it's like a puzzle, like a game, a puzzle, isn't it? And it's funny because now, through all these experiences, through these perspectives, through um, what's possible in his life, the stories that we hear and has been told, that kind of awakens like a memory bank within us. It's like, okay, this is the vision for my life, because it's tied to my purpose, tied to my and it allows me to express my power. So, and what one of the things is like moving forward, like, because we're in, like, the recessions and all that other things. One thing that remains is vision, and like we still,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of how any seasons in our life are, we still have a desire, we still have a vision for our life. And sometimes the emotions get in the way of that, but it's like you can either see things with your eyes, or you can see things with your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
when you have insight, you have vision. So you have, and the stronger your insight on your life and where you want to go, that becomes a recession-proof vision. So it's like when you own your power, you have like a recession-proof vision, and you have like we get to ask ourselves like, what's between us owning our power? What's getting in between us identifying our worth? What's getting in between us? Just getting ourselves out of internal ruts or internal like conflict that we're creating. Because most of the time we're creating the conflict, and then now it's kind of manifesting outside of us. Sometimes it's outside forces, but most of the time, 9% of the time it's us. And we get to address that. So
yeah, and like I think what so for a long,
what comes up for you, babe? What comes up for you?
No. I was trying to figure out how to like introduce it, but one of my biggest takeaway for this year was really acknowledging my power. You know what I mean? Because I'm super like driven and focused. Sometimes I would unconsciously hold back or dim my light because I knew that people couldn't relate to me, and quite frankly, I don't relate to a lot of people. And so this, through just like really working on my leadership and my personal development, one of my biggest takeaway is because up until this year, up until the past few months, I know I have this radiance about me. I know I have like this thing. I've always known that. I don't really say it, and it almost feels kind of weird to even say it out loud. But I mean, people say, "Oh, your energy," or "Oh, or it's just whatever." So I've always known it, but I never identified it as being powerful. Like I knew that, like I know that I have power, right? We all do, but I knew I had this thing, but I never would have been like, "Oh, I'm so powerful," I'm such a powerful woman. I never really. I'm still actually like practicing being like, I'm powerful. Like it's weird for me. Like some people brand themselves
the daily boost,
powerful. I know I'm
stuff.
powerful, but I never felt the need to like brand it. But part of that, if I'm being a little vulnerability, is because I never acknowledged my power, is because I am still working on it, but I also was afraid of my power as well. Because I mean, we are infinite beings, right? We're infinite beings, and so there's so many there's so much of us that we don't know. Like we haven't had to tap into different parts of us. We haven't had to really work on different parts of us. I mean, if you know what I'm saying, like definitely drop like me in the comments, because I really want to know. Like I know I'm not the only one. Like I was afraid of my power. Like I knew I had it in me. I know I have like this fire in me, but I was afraid of it because I'm like, man, first of all, what does she look like? Because I already know what I be saying and thinking to myself, but if she really came out and I actually let other people see that, what would that look like? Either, and then also because again, we feel each other's energy. I know me at 40%, 30%, how I make other people feel energetically, we can tell, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, man, if I go to 100%, what I'm gonna do to these people? Really, like that's honestly how I felt. But I never knew that like I was sabotaging myself and I was neglecting and discrediting myself, which is not healthy. It's not healthy for myself, and it's not healthy for other people. So I'm gonna be real. I'm getting coached like every week. Oh, what's up, Jay Millie? How you say it? What's up, Jay? Jay said, I respect that at least you were speaking your truth. Thank you, Jay. Yes. See, I'm not going to lie. I was a little nervous. That's why I was fumbling through it. But I'm being real.
I'm on restream. I can't see the comments.
Oh, yeah. This is Instagram over here. Instagram, okay. Facebook, YouTube over here. But that I'm being so real. Like, I was afraid of it because I'm like, man, I know how I can be. I know, like, I'm with myself. I know myself, and
Yeah.
sometimes I'm afraid. But
Mm-hmm.
and I do care about relationships, and I'm like, man, I barely know how to communicate with some people, and so I don't want to scare the little bit of people, the little bit of relationship I got. I don't want to scare it, but in owning our power, in developing and growing, we also get to continue to learn how to be in a healthy way. We also get to learn how to develop and grow in a healthy way. So continually, doing the shadow work, healing our past traumas,
Mm-hmm.
also learning relationship skills, learning
Yeah.
communication skills, learning, you know what I mean, and like giving ourselves the space, giving ourselves the opportunity to be like, you know what, this is me in raw form. This is me in raw material. I
Reform.
I need a little love and care. But what I will say, one of the most freeing things, and thank you so much, Jay. Jay said you are a powerful woman. Keep on staying strong.
Indeed, indeed.
Um, can you go do what I went through? There's nothing to be afraid of. You built to be strong. Thank you. Thank you so much. I will say on that, one of the best things about owning my power, even though I'm like in the messy middle, I still feel like I'm at the beginning. Like, so if we were in like grade school, if I was rating like how good am I at owning my power, I still feel like I'm on like a second grade level. Like, I feel like I'm
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning. And I know like there's so much more to go. But what I will say, me really practicing every single day, doing things that I'm afraid of. Like yesterday, the day before, I have been doing some scary things. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I've been even reaching out to people who I know like we don't have the best relationship, and I'm just like, you know what? Like, I don't have any. I get to clean up my character. I get to forgive myself, right? And part of it is me reaching out. If you respond, let's grow. If you don't, this is another way for me to, it may not be how you want me to, or how you expect for me to communicate with you, but I'm trying how I know. And then if the relationship is going to grow, and if it is going to blossom into something beautiful, then give me the chance to um to fix it with how I know how to fix it. So, with that
Mm-hmm.
being
Yeah.
said, I also get to practice compassion and empathy for other people, because when other people communicate with me in a way that I don't expect for them to communicate with me, right? They're trying their best, right? And so we're all trying our
Mm-hmm.
best. But
Yeah.
going back to owning our power, going back to owning our power, um the most, I would say, one of the most beautiful things that I have experienced this year, like on a deep spiritual, intimate, personal, emotional level with myself, is really feeling unleashed. Like, my contract to myself is I am a free, loving, connected woman, and really
Hey.
softening and being vulnerable, and being just like, you know what, I'm probably going to embarrass myself, but throughout me having this experience, and throughout me like just doing life the way I know how, until you give me some type of feedback, I will I will develop and continue to grow. But I'm saying all that to say, it when we really like let go self-doubt and low self-worth and negativity about ourselves and also other people, and we really start practicing life from a powerful place, not a victim place, not a judgmental place, you know and really owning our truth, and um owning owning our power, really owning our power, even though it's untamed, even though it feels nasty and like and
Yep. Yep.
embarrassing, like really being our most authentic selves, and really being connected and from a loving place. I really believe that for me, I feel powerful. I'm still working on saying I am a powerful woman, but I definitely feel powerful. But I feel so much more like I, I'm really releasing, thinking about what is this person going to say or think about me. I'm just doing me. Like I'm even opening up about like I like making money. And it's really interesting to me a lot.
Yeah.
So, it's so many people don't want to talk about money. Like I want to talk about, and not because like money is like money, like not because like I'm money hungry or anything, right? Like I literally wear old clothes. I really am very strict with my budget for the most part. I mean, sometimes the food get me, y'all. So sometimes I do be going outside my budget for the food. But for the most part, like I like me growing and progressing and pushing myself past my fears. With I'm an entrepreneur, and so I really like to see. I'm not motivated by money because if I was, I would have way more. but really just I really like that. I really like talking about money because it touches everything that we love. It touches us all. So and so I be
It ties
wanting
back to
to talk
contribution.
about that, but like really even throughout that process, like sometimes like I want to talk about growth and getting to the next level and okay, what's next step, and it's hard to talk to people who only want to talk about lunch or people who they only want to talk about what's on the news or in the music. And I like music and all that, but I mean it's only so much I can say. But anyways, I'm on a little tangent. What I'm saying is really, I dedicated and I'm committed to being my most authentic and vulnerable self, even whenever it doesn't make sense, even when it feels nasty, even whenever it feels gross. And so I'm really inviting you, in this moment. I mean, I'm gonna say every single live. Life is now, and this is a beautiful moment that we have now. It's the only moment we have now. The past doesn't matter. We know that, and in the future, we work towards it. We pray that we get to experience, but we don't know. So life is now, and so I would highly suggest just commit to yourself. Like what does owning your power feel like for you? What does it look like? What is that? What is that being like? Who are you when you are 100% authentically owning your power? That is my question to you. I know I went on a little rant.
Yeah, so like I think like everyone should like this could be like a nice assignment for everyone. Write about 3 sentences about what it looks like to own your power. So be like when I'm owning my power, I am this and I'm doing this. I am being this and I'm doing this when I'm in my power. So
let's do that exercise real quick. So for Instagram, I don't know if you can hear the man. Let us know if you can hear the man. He said an exercise that we get to do is we ask ourselves, when I am owning my power, I am doing this and I am being this. I am doing this. And so that way, whenever we are going through life, because life be lifing, right? When life be lifing. And so we can go back to, okay, I'm owning my power. I am doing this. I am being this. Okay. Was that all you had?
Yeah, so let me give an example. Like when I'm in my power, I'm being energetic, I'm being enthusiastic, I'm being caring, I'm being loving, I'm being inclusive, and I'm doing things where it's going to contribute and make an impact in not only my life but in someone's lives. Empower someone in their mind, their body, and spirit. Help prioritize my wellness and allow other people to prioritize their wellness, prioritize their ability to build wealth, their mindset around what is possible. That's what I'm doing as I'm being these things. I'm researching everything that's going to take me to the next level. I'm exposing what I feel will help other people because because I've been in that same situation as they are in now, or I want to be in this situation that someone else is in right now, and I know it's possible. So I'm gonna be on that, and I'm gonna embody that frequency, that kind of energy of what it means to do that, and I can do that authentically because I'm in my power, because I'm energetic, I'm enthusiastic, and I'm sharing my light. And also as well, another this is a break off from that. Once that is like written down or even declared, ask ourselves what are those counterintuitive, those counteractive stories that come in that doesn't align with that declaration. So what stories do you get to give up? What stories are coming through that's not in alignment with your vision, or the story you actually want to create for your life? Because remember, we hold like whoever holds the mark. There's a saying in our profession: whoever holds the marker makes the most money. But it's again, it's like whoever holds the marker really tells the story. But within our personal life, we have to hold our own marker. We can't give the marker to someone else, because they won't know how to use it, because it's not their pen. We all have our own pen that is for us, and we have to write it. We can't. No one can force us to write it. We have to do it ourselves. And so we have to transform that interpretation. We transform that interpretation by we cross off that sentence. We write a new sentence, and build upon that. So we again write it down, make it plain, make it clear. We declare it. We act upon it. We work ourselves into the belief of that, because we're not anything that stretches us and stuff. We're not going to believe it straight away, but we know if we do a certain actions, we're gonna step into that. We're gonna embody it. We're gonna own it. We're gonna understand it because we've experienced it. So that's what we get to do, right? Put a 100 in the comments below if we get to own our power. All right.
Yes, we all get to own our power. We all get to. I'm gonna read some of the comments. YouTube is so weird. We don't restream over here, so Jay said, "I believe in you. I believe in you already. I see the power. Let it shine. That's what God gave it to us. Absolutely. Control your mind, your body, your spirit, and nobody can control you after that. I believe in you. I feel the energy even from watching from my phone. Oh, thanks so much, Jay. You can do anything you put your mind to. Have faith. Actually, that's why I named myself Xaye Faith.
Hey, Xaye Faith. Someone says Xaye Faith.
I like making money too. I'm from New York in order to provide for my family. And I don't know.
Let's go, New York. Let's go.
Well, first of all, shout out.
Shout out to New York.
I want to say, like, honestly, I was thinking about this earlier. First of all, I heard someone say, like, yesterday, that I was listening to like audio something, but he was just saying that successful people love progress and other people love to maintain. I know for me, like, anytime that I've tried to just be comfortable or maintain, I became super unhappy. Like, I mean, it was so crazy because, like, in my last job, it was a blessing. Like, I believe I had like the best job, right?
But you did. Yours wasn't even. It was quite funny compared to normal. Because I remember, I was like, "Is this even a thing?" Like, you know,
like, I had the best last job ever. I believe. I mean, it wasn't a line, it wasn't a fit, right? That's why I'm not there anymore. But, like, just the benefits, just the consistent paycheck, like, just the system. I'm like, this is the best job ever. But I was so unhappy because it still wasn't. It wasn't me. Like, I mean, I was contributing, but it was almost kind of like too systematized. I don't know. I like freedom. I like to just right. And it was like of course I could like make money whenever they gave me permission to. And I'm like, I want to wake up, and if I want to make an extra however much I want to make today, like, I want that freedom to do that. But anyway, so maybe it's more of a freedom thing. But absolutely, like, I think it I don't know. I don't want to go in a hole, but the point is, we get to own our power. We get to be honest with ourselves and authentic. Because what I realized when I wasn't as like when I didn't like, when I kind of, okay, as y'all can see, like, I'm super like, I'm a nice person, but I still like I like directness. I like here, right? And so whenever I tried to soften my words, I feel like people who I'm like, man, I feel like, man, this person could be so cool, but we probably weren't cool because I was trying to soften, like I was dimming and not being like 100% myself in order to not tell them what I wanted to say, how I wanted to say it, which kind of confused them because they like, girl, like, I know there's more. So what are you doing? So I don't know.
Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah, yeah.
so I feel like we are confusing each other. Like, I know I'm not the only, you've talked to somebody.
It happens to all of us.
You like, man,
Exactly.
this person's supposed to be cool. But the reason y'all not cool is because we all dealing with a little bit of trauma and we all kind of holding back to see like, okay, is this person gonna hurt me? Or, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to piss this person off too fast, whatever it may be. Like, I know I'm not the only one. But so y'all, life is now. We get to be unleashed. We get to be authentic. We get to be real. We get to be as transparent as we choose to be. But we get to be powerful and we get to be ourselves in this moment, whatever it looks like, because life is now. Life is now. So
Yes,
with that being,
yes, indeed.
and you know what, talking about this, because I know we talked a lot about like leadership and stuff like that. I have coaches. The way out is within. Find yourself, then you will really be free. Absolutely. So Devin and I, we are always doing personal development, and I actually want to send this to you, Jay. But our business coach is hosting like a revenue challenge. Actually, it's so funny. You're like, oh, I love making money too. But she's hosting a revenue challenge, and of course, it's like personal development. But definitely, if you all are really ready to just increase in any aspect of your life, if you're ready to increase through whether it is personal development, whether it is definitely your revenue, I would say definitely drop power in the comments below.
Drop power in the comments.
We would send you the link to join the challenge. And I think like it's a free challenge. It's totally free. Pretty much our coach, she's super generous and she just loves like educating and really just sharing like real time things of what's going on in the world. So we definitely want to send y'all, put y'all on the challenge, because I know for me, I love like personal development, because it's how we figure out ourselves, right? It's kind of like the tool to make all this stuff make sense, right? So do you have any closing words, Devin?
Just one. So when it comes to like our power, let's put our power in the case of a battery, right? So our power is this device, right? And it has to be charged up, right? There has to be batteries put into this power source, or something has to be plugged into the power source. And oftentimes it has to be recharged. Oftentimes the battery has to be changed again. And that recharging process, that switch, that changing of the batteries to regain the power, comes in the form of our attitude, our commitment, and really just a reframing of our mind, and generating the feeling of that power, like literally recharging ourselves, making sure we're looking after ourselves and our well-being and our authenticity. So attitude. So my last words is like recommit and rededicate yourself to stepping into your power, and step into your power, like and see what you become. And I dare you to step into your power. I dare you.
Experience what you become.
Experience.
Let's have fun with it. Like, let's just go, man.
Step into it.
Let's experience all of it. Not just expecting the worst, but let's experience all of it. Even the fears and all the y'all, I used to say this so much, but the only thing we will absolutely not come back from is death. Right? We can come back from being embarrassed. I literally feel like I embarrass myself so much on social media. Like, what's crazy is I don't feel like I'm like this when I'm with myself. But whenever I'm like working and on social media, I'm like, man, girl, like you're crazy. But you know, we get to have fun and we get to like really experience life. Like, so what? So what? Most people gonna forget anyways. And for the ones who don't and they want to hang it over your head, I guarantee you probably don't want to trade places with them. So, you know, I'm always gonna try to put people on. I'm always gonna like, you know, love and communicate with people the best way I know how. And I'm working to get better every single day. So we just invite you to definitely really just own your power, acknowledge yourself, love yourself, give yourself a chance. And we hope that y'all join the free challenge, because again, it's all about it's all about I believe it's all about getting to the next level and bettering yourself. So we will see y'all on the next video.
Take care, everyone. Step into your power. Own it.
Talk to y'all later.
See ya.